Okay, welcome to this week scenario, and our scenario will be talking about infrastructure code using Terraform. It says that we have to create the six database, um, three on MySQL and three on Postgres, and also their instances, which is six instances that we have to create, and even their users. But let's first look to the Terraform file that I created using Cloud Shell editor. First of all, we we first look to a bit example that I created on Terraform file, uh, which is um, that, that I entered inside the Cloud Shell editor. Now I have my project name here, which is that one, and also I create a database and the following instance, and the user for that database. And to verify that all of this work or successfully, that now if we go on SQL, we can see that there's our instance ID name, and and the instance that has been already successfully been created. So as we can see here, MySQL summer development in one, and if we click on it and go to the user, which is that one. I have been created a username, MySQL dev user. So if we go on MySQL Workbench, here is the scenario, the 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 instance and the database that we created on Terraform file inside the open editor shell, Cloud Shell. So I logged in successfully, and now we can see our database name here. And now we will be looking to the whole code that I created in here, which is the the database. So basically, I separated them into three categories, which is database creation and instance creation and the user creation. So here are my database creation, which is database one, and for development DB and development. So basically, this is MySQL database one that I already successfully logged in inside the MySQL Workbench, and Here's the second database, a third database for QA and QA instance. And here are my Postgres database, which is Postgres for development and the instance, even the integration test database and the instance for integration test. Also the third database for Postgres, which is this one for QA, even the instance. And here are my user for for the six accounts or the users that I have that I need to create. So 3 on each types of database, which is Postgres and MySQL. So here's my first 3 MySQL users, and following to their instance, the user number 2, 3, and the last 3 for Postgres database, which is user 1, 2, and 3. And they're linking it to their instance. And now we are going to paste all of this, and then we are going to paste it there and save it. Go to open terminal and then terraform plan. Let's see. There should be 6 database or 15 plan that we need to add in into our to our cloud SQL. And now let's go ahead and execute that by using terraform apply. It will recommend or suggest me whether I need to make a change, whether no or yes. So I will be adding yes, say yes. And I will pause the video for now, and after it's running, then I'll continue. Okay, now we can now see that it's already been applied completely. The terraform file that I created for creating the 6 database, 6 instance, and the users. Now 15 that are already been added. And to verify that, okay, now we've seen that I already created the instance inside the the SQL cloud, and following by their minimum cost for each instance. And I also, so by going to the to the scenario to verify that I already create the 6 database that is recommend me to create, which is the integration test, the QA development, development, development integration, and QA on both Postgres and MySQL. And to the last thing we will be looking at is the destroy the destroy we will be looking at the test destroy function. Okay, hello, welcome for part 2 of my video. Since last night I wasn't able to run terraform destroy to destroy all these 6 database that have been created, and even the users and their instance. And I woke up this morning and I tried it again and it worked. And it finally worked. So before I execute in the terraform destroyed, um, it shows something that the plan, all the plan and all the data that we created. And but luckily, the thing is we're gonna destroy like all of our hard work on those database that we created. But the good thing is that we have uh terraf this terraform file to um to save it so we could recreate those instances and database soon if we want to. So let's go ahead and enter yes, say yes. 18 plan that should be destroyed successfully. So now all of our file, I mean Terraform file and the instances and the database that I created are destroyed. And it says here that destroy complete resource 18 destroyed. So now all of these instance and database will destroyed for the next minute. And if we refresh this, see no more instances are here, so they all been destroyed. But luckily, we could restore them using the the main TF or Terraform file that I created. And that's all for our scenario for this week. And hope you have a great weekend and see you on the next week scenario. Thank you.